Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys through my mid-year book freakout tag, and I'm actually super excited because there are some amazing books that I want to share with you guys and share my thoughts on. So if you would like to hear about some awesome books that I've read for the first half of the year, keep on watching. So this is going to be a really fun but also super tricky video because as you can see, that's my hair. I have a puppy with me, and he's actually, not my puppy, but he is my boyfriend's puppy. This is Taz. He is an American Bulldog, and he just turned 8 weeks. He's very sweet, but also very nippy because we are at that age where everything is a toy, including my hand and my hair. So yeah, I wanted to film with him because I had a couple requests to have more dogs in my video, and I figured he's going to be the easiest one because he's little and I can hold him and can better have a little bit more control over this guy. So he's going to be here for the video, or I'm going to try and have him here for the video depending on how it goes and how well he's behaving. But you're doing pretty good right now. You got your ball, so you're doing pretty good. Hi, Bubbish. Yes. Okay, so the second part of this challenge is going to be holding up books while I hold up him. So I might, if it gets a little bit too difficult, just post the pictures of the books that I'm talking about on the screen, because holding books and holding him may not go very well, as he does like to try and eat my books, but I will try. So, and obviously before we get started, I have to do the same disclaimer that I do in every single one of my videos, and that is, if you hear my Great Dane whining or crying upstairs, she's not hurt, dying, or anything above. She's absolutely fine. She's just dramatic, but here on this channel we deal with it. So with all that being said, oh, and also last thing before I get into it, I have created a new Twitter account, so I will put my Twitter name somewhere on the screen so you guys can go and follow me. I will be posting about books that I'm reading, any polls that I might be doing for videos, and just fun stuff like that. So go and follow my Twitter right after this video. And yeah, I think that's all that I have to say about that. Let's get into the tag. Are you gonna play with the balls? No? Maybe you'll fall asleep, and that will make this very easy if you can fall asleep. You think? Probably not, right? Probably not. I won't get that lucky. Okay, so jumping right into it, the first question on the mid-year book freakout tag is, what is the best book that you've read thus far? And for me, that's a really easy one. It's gonna be Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. And I've talked about this book so much on my channel, but just again, briefly, it's about two sisters who don't know that each other exists, and they find out about one another when the father that they share passes away in a plane crash. So I have talked on and on about this book on my channel, so I will definitely link my reading vlog down below if you want to see my review for it. But overall, it was just one of those books that just kind of knocked the wind out of me in the best possible way. Like, Elizabeth Acevedo just has this way of writing that makes you stop what you're doing and either read what she's saying or listening if you're listening to the audiobook. And that's exactly what happened to me with Clap When You Land. And it's just one of those books that, no. We're in the puppy biting stage. It's just one of those books that you pay attention to from the very beginning all the way to the end. And I hope that she does a sequel where we get to learn more about Yahaira and Camino. Those are the two sisters' names, and get to see more of their adventure and their journeys together. But overall, it's just an amazing book, stunningly beautifully written, and the audiobook was so phenomenal. I would highly recommend listening to it if you haven't read it already. The next question is, what is the best sequel that you've read thus far? And I actually haven't read any sequels for 2019, which is not out of the ordinary for me because I do have commitment issues when it comes to books and book series, and I usually don't stay with a series, so it's not shocking that I haven't read a sequel yet. However, I am looking forward to reading the sequel to Serpent and Dove, and it comes out in September. I believe it's called Blood and Stone. No, that's not right. I don't know what it's called, but I'll find a picture of it and put it on the screen for you guys. I am actually very excited for that sequel to come out. That's not the toy. That's not the toy. No. No, Taz. Ow. You're gonna have a hairball. Let go. Let go. Oh my gosh. Puppy battles. The next question is, what is a new release that you are excited for but haven't read yet, and for me that's going to be A Song Below Water. I actually went to look for that book today because it came out on June 2nd, but I couldn't find it in my local chapters, so I'm hoping that maybe in a week or so I'll be able to find a physical copy of it, because the cover of it is so beautiful. I actually don't know what the book is about at all. All I know is it's a fantasy. It has something to do with either black sirens or black mermaids, and I don't know, the cover of it is really pretty, and that's enough to make me buy it anyway, so that's that. Question is, what is your most anticipated books for the second half of the year? That's actually going to be a separate video that I do for you guys, because I have a whole list of books that are coming out in the second half of 2020, and I'm so incredibly excited for them. So I'm going to do that in a separate video, because that would just take really long for me to go through right now. The next question is, what was your biggest disappointment so far? And for me, that is really easy again, but that is The Geography of Lost Things. No, don't eat my book. The Geography of Lost Things by Jessica Brody. Again, I talked about this in one of my reading vlogs. How's it taste? No. I talked about this book in one of my reading vlogs. On the surface, I was actually very excited to get to read this book because it has everything that I love in books. First of all, it's a YA contemporary, it's a road trip book, it features a second love, hate to love romance. Okay, we can't. I know. It features a second chance, hate to love romance, and a strange or difficult parental relationships. Like, it literally has everything in a contemporary that I love, and it just fell short on literally all fronts, and that was really sad. So I think it largely had something, I ended up giving it like 2 stars or maybe 1 star. I think it largely had a lot to do with the fact that I didn't like the main character, and I'm the type of person where if I don't like the main character of a book, I automatically don't like the entire book. Like, it's oh sorry, did you want this? It just completely falls short for me. So that had a lot to do with it. The main character was just very whiny and very annoying, and I couldn't find anything to relate to her with, and yeah, that just kind of ruined my whole reading experience. It was also very long, and I don't mind a chunky contemporary, but honestly, there's very few authors that I know that can do a chunky contemporary well. The first one that comes to mind is Morgan Manson, and honestly, probably Angie Thomas. So yeah, it wasn't it for me at all. I did not enjoy that book at all. So, ow. Yeah. You're not cooperating. The next question is, what book did you read that was the biggest surprise for you for 2020 so far? And for me, that's gonna be, are you gonna let me? No, I'll just put a picture of it, because holding a book and holding him is not gonna work. He'll eat my books. But for me, that would be I Have Lost My Way by Gail Forman. I actually wasn't planning on reading that book at all. So the day that I started reading it, I actually wanted to read something else, but the book that I wanted to read was in my basement, and I was upstairs in my room. So I was far too lazy to walk downstairs. So I ended up just picking up the first book that was on my desk, and it happened to be I Have Lost My Way. And I'm actually really happy that it was. It was such a beautifully written story. It's about the 3 main characters who are complete strangers that quite literally run into each other one day, and it takes place over the course of 24 hours, and it's about how they all just kind of impact each other's lives and completely shift the course of their life in one day, essentially. And it was beautifully done, so beautiful. I got the book a couple years ago, but I wasn't, oh, are you gonna fall asleep now? I wasn't too keen to read it because I thought that the plot was going to be quite gimmicky. Like, the idea of 3 strangers meeting and actually spending the day together and like changing each other's lives, to me, I thought that was really gimmicky and just like something that wouldn't happen. But the way the author did it was so beautiful and very believable, and I really appreciate that. I don't like to have a suspension of disbelief for my contemporaries, and I didn't, no, we're not biting the chair. And I didn't really have to have that for this one, so I was very impressed with how it was done. The next question is, who's your favorite new author? It doesn't have to be a debut author, but just an author that's new to you. And for me, that would be Nick Stone. She's the author of Dear Martin, which was another book that I thoroughly enjoyed this year, or so far this year. And I like her writing style. It's very straightforward and to the point, and I like that she was able to touch on such a hard-hitting topic and get it done in a very short book. I'm someone who appreciates short books. I prefer short books over long books, and the fact that hers was so hard-hitting and very relevant to what's going on in today's society was a nice read. And her writing style is really, really nice as well. Like I said, it's very straightforward and to the point, and I appreciate that, especially in my contemporaries, because as I was talking about earlier, contemporaries do have the ability to drag on when they really don't need to, like it did in the Geography of Lost Things. But for Nick Stone, she did a really good job with Dear Martin, so she's definitely one of my new favorite authors for sure. The next question is, who is your new favorite, or not new favorite, who's your new fictional crush? Are you gonna be whiny now? I know, you're getting tired. Have a nap, you're tired. You're tired, have a nap. So, you sleep in the most weird positions. You gonna bite my chair? Comment down below if you have a puppy right now and if you're going through something similar to what I'm currently going through. But my new fictional crush, and it's actually so funny because I don't usually get fictional crushes, but definitely it's gonna have to be Victor from This Dark Endeavor by Kenneth Opel. It's gonna be Victor Frankenstein. I love his crassness and how sarcastic he is, and I also love that he is someone who wants the hero title but is willing to get that title in very villainous ways, and I love that. That makes me sound like a horrible evil person, but I swear I'm not. I just really, really like that characteristic, and Victor plays it off very well. So he's definitely my new fictional crush for sure. That might change by the end of the year, but for right now, he definitely is. You're gonna eat one of my, ow. 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 Okay. The next question is, who is your new favorite character? So again, okay, so this is a little bit of a toss-up. I really like Yahaira from Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. I love how understanding and kind and empathetic she is, especially for being so young. I believe she's either 17 or 18, but she's a very mature character, and like I said, I really like her, how empathetic she is, especially to a sister that she didn't even know existed. And I really admire that about her. And then my next favorite character would be Coco from Serpent and Dove. She is the main character, Lou's best friend, and she's also a she's also a witch. No, gave me the side eye there. He's mad. Coco is Lou's best friend and also a witch. And something I admire about her is her sarcasm and how loyal she is to Lou. That book features a really, really nice female friendship, and yeah, it was nice to read about and see the loyalty between both of them, but especially Coco. So definitely one of my favorite characters for sure. Your brat. Okay. The next question is, what is a book that's made you cry so far? And I'm gonna switch it up. A book that's made me cry. Okay, it didn't make me cry, but I was very, very close to crying, and that is Wrecked by, oh gosh, Kristen Crone Mills, I believe the author's name is. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. But that book features a father and daughter relationship, but the father has a terminal illness. He has ASL, and that enough was hard to read, but reading about his daughter Tobin and just watching how caring she was towards her father and how loyal she was towards her father even when things were getting very, very difficult, it was inspiring, and also again really, really hard to read. And just seeing how quickly she kind of had to grow up and kind of turn into the parent for her parent was what is a book that you read that's made you happy? And for me, that's going to be The Invention of Hugo Cabaret. I will post a picture of it somewhere. It's actually a stunning book, and I don't know where my copy is of it, and I really wanted to show it to you guys. Do you know where it is? You're busy biting and licking your legs. I don't even know if you can see him anymore, but he's very happily curled up on my lap. Yeah, but it's The Invention of Hugo Cabaret. It's about a little boy who lives behind the clocks of a train station, and it's a middle grade book. At first glance, it looks very, very chunky and very long, but it's not. So there's very little text in it. Well, no, there's quite a bit of text in it, but it's written in like pretty short paragraphs, and the font is also really big, and there's a lot of illustrations in it. And if I could find my physical copy, I could show you, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen right now. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, but that's definitely the book that made me happy. I read it at the beginning of the year, and it was just such a cute and heartwarming story. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Even thinking about it just makes me smile. So if you haven't read The Invention of Hugo Cabaret, I highly recommend it. The next question is, what is the most beautiful book you've bought this year? And this is one that I actually do have to hold up because that's the purpose of the question, and it is The Complete Works of William Shakespeare. Can you fend for yourself for a second? Maybe? I don't know. It has these gold gilded pages, and it's leather bound. The spine of it is beautiful. The gold gilded pages are gorgeous. It has the red bookmarks. I love the layout of how the plays are written. It's beautiful. Definitely my favorite purchase of the year thus far. I'm so excited about it. It's gorgeous, just stunning. Oh, I found it. Okay, this is The Invention of Hugo Cabaret. So again, see, it looks really thick, but of course it's sitting on my floor. It has these beautiful illustrations. Give me 2 seconds, Taz. Beautiful illustrations, and the text. See, there's definitely more. I think there's more illustrations than there is text. But the text is written like that. So it's very like big font, spaced out. It's not a long read at all. Like I recommend this book if you're looking for a short, quick read. I recommend this one. And the last question is, what is a book that you need to read by the end of the year? And for me, that is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. I've been wanting a physical copy. Well, I've been wanting a copy of this book, but mainly a physical copy for a really long time. So I was super excited when I was able to get my hands on a copy of it. I'm gonna put it down here because I do not want him to start nipping at it. But that's definitely the book that I'm hoping to actually get to it this month. But if I don't, I definitely want to get to it by the end of 2020. Like that is my for sure reading goal to get done. Like I need to finish that book before the end of the year, definitely. So yeah, are you done chewing on this? Are you done? You actually did okay. You were pretty good. Now you're just tired and want to sleep, have a nap. Yeah, okay. I'll put that there now. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed meeting my little buddy here. He's actually very sweet, and he's getting kind of tired now, which is nice because he becomes super cuddly when he's tired. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite book that you've read this year has been so far. And also, please don't forget to follow me on Twitter and my Instagram. I'll put both of my usernames on the screen somewhere so you can find me. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!